Hi, and today I'm going to be talking to you about connecting a Wii to an AV receiver. In this particular case, we're going to be using the 609, and now I'm going to run through and show you how to hook it all up. So on the back of the system, we're going to connect the multi-AV output to the back of the 609. In this particular case, I'm going to be using the component lead, which you can buy as an accessory. I would highly recommend you doing this because it does improve the video quality quite considerably. Not the resolution, but the actual quality of the picture. So it connects up the multi-AV end, and here we have the component video signal, the red, green and blue. And now I'm actually going to connect it for you. You need to select the appropriate component input on the back of the 609. I've selected number 1 here. It doesn't matter which one you use because we're going to assign it inside the on-screen menu, actually inside the 609. So that's the component video now connected, and then we're going to move on to the audio. The Wii only has an analog output, but that's no problem. We're going to plug it into the game input. So when we press the game input button on the front of the 609, it will correspond to that particular analog in on the back. So they're all hooked up and ready to go. And that's essentially it. The Wii's now connected for sound and picture. So just for a quick recap, we've got the component from the Wii running into component 1, we've got the analog running into game, and then we've got the HDMI output from the 609 running off to your display. Now we're going to turn our attention to setting up the 609 so you can actually see the Wii video and hear the Wii audio. The first thing that we need to do is we need to go to the input-output assignment to actually set up what we're going to see and hear. So we go into HDMI input, and here we need to make sure there is no HDMI connection assigned to that particular input. As you can see, there is an HDMI assigned to the game input, and we need to get rid of that. Using the left and right arrow keys, that will allow you to cycle through until you get to 4 dashes. This now means there is no HDMI assigned to that particular input. Once we've done that, we need to make sure the component video input is selected. So we move to component video in. There's nothing selected for the game input, so we need to move down and assign the component 1 to the game input. Again, you use the up, down, left, right nav keys on the actual remote control to do this. And then it's a simpler case of just selecting the relevant component in this case number 1. So that's all the video now done. We will be able to see component 1 on the game input. Now we've taken care of the picture side of things, we need to turn our attention to the audio. And we need to make sure there are no digital inputs assigned to the game input. So we've gone into the digital audio input menu, and as you can see here, optical 1 is selected on the game. So we need to turn that off to show 4 dashes. So using the left and right arrows on the remote, we switch to 4 dashes, and now that means the 609 will actually look at the analog input only. Now that's all the audio and video done. We're now going to rename the particular label so it shows the Wii. So we go into source setup, move down to name edit, and this is where we can actually relabel the particular input. So we clear the actual name that it has on there at the moment, game, and then we put in the relevant letters for the label that we want. And there we go, that's the game input relabeled to Wii. And it's now all done. We've set the audio and the video and we've relabeled the input. Now just press the setup button on the remote again, and now you're ready to actually spend hours of fun playing on your Wii. I hope you've enjoyed watching. Take care and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.